Hello guys, this is Joyce from Enjoy Scrappin' 2. Today I'm here with Faber-Castell Design Memory Craft, and I'll be doing some no-line watercoloring using the Design Memory Crafts Art Grip Aquarelle watercolor pencils. Here I have an image that I stamped. This is a Catherine Scanlon design. And I stamped one out in black ink, and I stamped the other one out in a very faint light gray ink. You can hardly see it on camera. It was hard for me to see the stamped lines. That's why I stamped another one with the black ink so that I could see it as a reference. So I'm using these Art Grip Aquarelle watercolor pencils. They come in color families. There's reds, yellows, greens, blues, and neutrals. There's 9 pencils in each set, and it also comes with a brush, which I'll be using as well. So here they are, and they are triangular shape, and it has a rubberized grip on the pencils so that it's comfortable to hold in your hands. So I've chose out some colors that I'll be working with today. I'll have the number of the color and the color family in the Faber-Castell Design Memory Crafts blog. And here I'm starting out with my lightest color, and what I'm basically doing is kind of putting in where my shadows are going to be, but it's really hard to see because of the stamp line that's very lightly stamped. And I'm blending some out using the same brush that came in the set of pencils. I really like the size of this brush. I'm not putting much water at all. These watercolor pencils, they dissolve completely, and they are permanent and waterproof and light fast once they are dried. So you can layer on top of each other without reactivating the pencil that's underneath. So which is great. So I'm looking at the reference stamp next to me, so I know where to put my shadows. I don't want to color too dark at this point. I just want to kind of get the lines of the petals in. And because this is peony flowers, there were a lot of little petals, so which made it even harder to see on camera. So I actually went off camera and I sketched it a little bit more so that you can kind of see now. So I'm going to be using 3 different shades for the flowers in this stamp set. There's 3 flowers. This is the largest one that I'm working on now. And now I'm adding a little bit more pressure. And I'm going to work in sections, but I'm also going to be working in layers. So after I share with you just a little bit on how I'm coloring, I actually do go off camera to finish the rest because it was a little bit difficult to see, even for me. And because the camera is right above me, I couldn't see the picture from above, so which made it a little bit more harder and challenging for me. So when I do like a no line watercoloring, I like to leave some white spaces so I don't color the entire petal. I do like to leave a little bit of white areas. So for the second flower here, I'm going to be coloring it purple. So I grabbed several different shades of the purple tone from light to dark. And I'm doing that for all three of the flowers. I'm starting out with my lightest color, just kind of drawing in the lines of the flower. And then I work again in sections and in layers. And because it was a little bit challenging to see, I finished the rest off camera. So when I come back, I'm gonna have the flowers colored. And here you can see the colors are very bright and vivid, which I really like. So I'm going to kind of share what I basically did. So I put the color where I want my darkest to be, and then use the brush to bring out the color. And depending on how the petals are facing, that's where I determine where I want my darkest to be. So as you can see here, this is just only the first layer, and you can see how bright the colors are. They're very pretty. So this is what I did for all these flowers here. So now that we have this done, I'm going to work on my background. These pencils also have either a silver or a gold pencil as well, and they're also watercolor pencils. So here I grabbed the stencil from the mixed media stencil pack, and I'm adhering it to this black cardstock just to tape it down so I can put some texture lux. Today I decided to use the gold texture lux. So I'm using the spatula, and I'm going to just put some on the bottom right corner and the top left corner. These are very velvety and it's very creamy. It's very easy to apply. I want a pretty thin layer. And I'm going to put the rest back in the jar. And I'll clean off my palette knife and clean off my work area. And now I'm grabbing this gelatos. This is from the metallic set. This is the iced rose metallic gelato. And I just want to put some color right at the bottom right and the top left corner. I don't want to add too much color, just a little bit. Just to give a subtle color. And I'm just using my fingers to blend. Now I'm putting a generous amount of score tape to the watercolored panel. And I have an A2 size card base ready, scored in half. And this panel is dried. I've added a little bit of water to the Texture Luxe, and I use the brush to flick on some color to give some gold splatters, both on the black cardstock piece and as well as the watercolored panel. I really love the shimmer and shine. And I've added the watercolor panel. And you can see that gold splatter. And you can see the clear dewdrops that I created. I grabbed the glaze and I used the brush and just put little dots, and once it was dried, it dried clear, making it look like a dewdrop. So I added a sentiment, and this finishes off my card for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. For all the supplies and more information regarding this card, please visit Design Memory Crafts blog, and I'll have the link at the end of this video as well as in the description below. Thank you. Bye.